So, hey everybody. Once every 2 or 3 months I go and troll around the internet, spend a day or so looking for stuff that may be useful in the sim, so aircraft and utilities that may prove useful to me. I'm aware of ones that other people like to use, like the ones which give you work to do, but I'll maybe do a quick thing on those later on, maybe for the start of the year. But today I'm just going to go and look at one particular site and see how we get on with their aircraft. They're only tiny files, so I don't hold out much hope. So these are all from Flightsim Squadron, and it's a Spitfire, a B-25 and an F-117. And the reason I don't hold much hope is because I was reading another website, and they'd done similar models, but they'd only modelled the outside and not the inside at all, and they didn't really work properly, and they weren't the right engine sounds, all that sort of stuff. So we'll see how we get on. So just going to start by having a look around them in the hangar and see if that's going to be indicative of anything. Okay, so they are small files, and that's probably because of textures, I guess. The site was also saying that they'd start off low quality and low res, and then they improve them, so I'm guessing some of these might actually work properly, and some might not. They do have a lot of aircraft over there. There's maybe 25, 30 aircraft, but I just chose these ones because they're ones that I want to fly. So we'll start with this one. And actually, I'm really impressed by the fact that we can have the outside views and we can use this one, because most of them don't allow this to work. So the aircraft's modelled accurately, that's for sure. Looks about the right size. Nothing too hinky there. Maybe a little bit too big, but good for the right size. Wheels are not sinking into the ground, which is another good sign. And we'll take a look at the next one. Well, that's interesting. It's yeah, stood up and as if it's flying. No idea what's gone on with it. It appears to have been severely beaten by rocks. Oh, it's quite a light one because it's got the big cannon on it. Okay. Yeah, so it's got that problem with the windscreen, it looks like, with where the windows are blacked out. Was it SU6 or something? SU5 introduced that? But I'm not too sure where all the dents come from. Well, we'll give it another look once we get inside. But I mean, the colours are all wrong, aren't they? Oh well. Just got to find the Mitchell now. I should have guessed it'd be up. There we go. Okay, well this is another good looking one actually, that's good. This looks a little bit beaten, but yeah, I guess that could be ignored. For the most part, it doesn't look too bad at all. Okay, let's say they fly. Then we'll start with the Spitfire because that was the least promising of the lot. That's not good at all. Okay, well the engine starts. And the throttle works. It's good. Not so good for the internal view though. Oh, we are moving. Yay. Oh god, the brakes don't work very well. I think this is modelled around a nose-wheeled aircraft, so this could go very bad.
Ground Fire 1 with Kilo, request taxi for takeoff, touch and go.
Fire 1 taxi to and hold short of runway 21 via taxiway Charlie Alpha.
Okay, so brakes are a little sticky. So there seems to be a lot of wind pushing us over to the right, sorry, to the left, so the wind's a bit from the right. But when we get to the windsock, the wind's from the left, so I don't know what's going on there. But there does seem to have been quite a few of them recently that have got this big pulling to the left thing going on. I don't know what it is. Okay, so this view is not the view it should be. What the hell? Okay, Jesus, that's really, really bad. So, yeah. Not good. So whatever's going on with this aircraft is badly affecting the overall display. The textures are all messed up with it, and I don't know what's going on, so I'm just going to fly around for a minute and then that'll be that one. Oh, well, the gear's animated, that's good. Well, that's full engine power, and we've got 130 knots. So my guess is it's modelled on a Cessna 172 or something. If this was a Spitfire, you would have been shot down by now. So, verdicts, 3 out of 10. It's good for a laugh, I suppose, and if you want to take some external shots. But as an aircraft to fly and use and be realistic in any way, shape or form, that's a total fail. Oh, apart from the wheels got up and down. And the ailerons, they're animated, are they? Yep, and so's the rudder, so, yeah. Look at that, 120 knots. Woo! We won't get shut down today, boys. We'll outrun the Germans easily. So, next fun part. Can we land it? And we have animated flaps. 2.5 out of 10. 3 out of 10. Give it 3 out of 10. Yeah, it just doesn't like brakes. Okay, so that's the end of that one. I do. 3 out of 10. So this is the second of the aircraft from the squadron site, and this is the Mitchell, as you can see. And once again, it looks like we're just no internal view. Yep, just nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna guess that's gonna. We're gonna have to do. Oh, why is that propeller look like it's spinning when it isn't? I think this one may have messed with the graphics as well. We'll see how we get on. So, quick external view. Looks okay. Looks a tiny bit smaller than I think it maybe should do. I'm not too sure. Maybe they are really small like that. And wow, that's a lot of guns on the front. 8 of them. Wow. For a bomber, that's pretty. Yeah, you wouldn't want to try and shoot this one down. You get destroyed fairly quickly. Maybe it also did tanks and took out trains and stuff. So let's try and get engines going. Oh, they both start on the one button, so I'm thinking that maybe they are just one engine. They're a very quiet engine. Hey, that's good. It sounds just like the Spitfire did. But yeah, this one looks okay as well. But there's another one. It's just another one to fly around for a laugh, I guess. This one does not have any working well, doesn't have any animated ailerons. When this is me pulling the elevator, and it appears to be making the aircraft move, not the elevators. That's very weird. I want to move the ailerons. Nothing. What about the rudders? No, nothing either. So this is less animated than the other one. So try flaps. It does look like they are designed as if they might move, but they just don't. Okay, well I hope at least the gear goes up when we get to airborne. So let's try a little bit of taxi. Okay, the wheels aren't animated either. It appears to be skidding along the ground. And once again we've got that weird braking thing when you put the brakes on.
Ground B-25 with Kilo request taxi to the active touch and go.
B-25 taxi to and hold short of runway 21 using taxiway Charlie Alpha. Contact tower on 119 or decimal tree 8 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 21 using taxiway Charlie Alpha B-25.
A few moments later. Yeah, so the gear's not animated, and yeah, nothing else. There's no animations on the outside of this, so it's not even fun to fly. So we. 1 out of 10. Okay, well this one's got a cockpit, which is great. It actually has a cockpit. That's pretty amazing. I don't know what all these yellow things are doing around everywhere. And yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's got a cockpit. I'm amazed. It's got a HUD. I'm even more amazed. Battery's on. I don't know if there's a switch for that. I'll find all the switches in a second. I just cheated and used this. I've got a switch in the joystick set to master battery on. Yeah, I mean all these switches look like they're not doing anything.
Pause system test. Okay.
Wow. So it gets 3 out of 10 already because it's got this cockpit set up and it looks good. I don't mean as in it looks good, I mean as in it looks like it's okay. Because that's given us a test for the GPS and the nav systems. Not sure what these spiky things are coming down from the window, but we'll have a look in a minute from the outside. And maybe that'll explain it. Yeah, it is looking like none of these switches and buttons work. I mean, the only one that needs to work is the eject button, so we can, yeah, eject ourselves. So it's centralised, and yeah, it works, so let's go look outside. Ooh, little orange glow from the back there. Not sure why, because I haven't actually turned the engines on yet, as far as I'm aware. But it does look nice inside and out. Not well, nice enough to fly anyway, that's for sure. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully the brakes don't do what the other two did. So it's not going to be very good if we can only get the one engine going, but yeah, let's see what else is. Ailerons are modelled, elevators are modelled. Although I'm not too sure what they're doing there. That's pulling the stick back. And this is pushing the stick forwards. I don't know how that's going to translate to making the aircraft go up and down, but I guess it must somehow. And then the rudder. Rudder doesn't do anything. Doesn't have a rudder. Can I hear number 2 going? That sounds like number 2 starting up. Wow. Yeah, we've got 2 engines. Amazing. Brilliant. 4 out of 10. So, yeah, I mean, I guess that is sort of right, but it just looks a bit squished up from the inside. Anyway, let's give it a go.
Ground F-117 with kilo request.
Okay, so if we're doing less than 15 knots, it seems to steer quite well. Ish.
Tower F-117 ready for touch and go at runway 21.
F-117, QNH 30.06 wind 239er at 29er. Left touch and go approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 2. Echo Golf Mike Delta Airport information Kilo 10000 Zulu. Wind 239er at 29er. Visibility 6. Sky condition, ceiling 1,800 feet overcast. Temperature 12.
Cleared for takeoff runway 21 F-117.
Excellent, the gear works anyway.
Don't sink, 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 don't sink. Don't sink, 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 don't sink.
Oh, our engine's just exploded. Oh my Jesus.
Don't sink, don't sink,
500.
don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
F-117 contact ground on 119er, decimal tree 8.
That was a bit close. So I have no idea what happened there. It appears that the engines just blew up, I guess, or ran out of fuel, or...
Did you copy?
Yeah, we copied, but, you know, we don't really care, because it's just, you know, pointless. We're stuck. Right, it was fuel. No, it wasn't fuel.
F-117 acknowledged. Last transmission.
Oh, jeez.
119er decimal tree 8 F-117.
Yeah, well, I don't think we can interact with the navigation, can we? So, yeah, we're pretty much stuck in. Nee. No idea why. Don't know what happened. I'm going to go with engine burnout, probably. But yeah, I guess that was a bit more fun to fly. We're going to stick at 4 out of 10 for that one. And yeah, that'll do for today's testing of these strange little aircraft. You know what, I'm going to go for 5 out of 10 because I am impressed with the modelling of the cockpit and the outsides. They don't just slap some old cockpit in there, they really have tried a bit, so yeah, 5 out of 10 for this one. Don't know why it stalled, that's just really weird. It didn't really go very fast either, so yeah. But I guess now we've got the FA-18 in as stock, people will be able to use the FA-18 systems and cockpits, and hopefully we'll get some better jet aircraft, sorry, some better military aircraft after that.